morning, everybody. Figured I'd just give a little update today as far as these big girls, as you can see by those two laying there. We got quite a few bags happening, but today is October 2nd, I believe. And yeah, I guess we are the 2nd. These guys' due date was September 25th. And we've only had one set of twins so far. But we're still, I don't know, probably a good couple of days away from what I like to call Lamageddon. There's some big girls in here though. Like, look at this big mama. So she is a purebred ewe. I find the purebred Dorpers do get a little bit larger, but she likely only has twins in her. And versus these crossbreds here, they have a bigger frame so they can hide it a little bit better. But yeah, short and stocky with huge belly. She's also a purebred as well. And then this girl, she'd be an F3 or an F4. She's quite large. She has had lots of triplets in the past. She's a 5th or 6th lammer, and she might have triplets in there again, which would be good. We need another friend for our bottle machine baby. Then this is this purebred massive ewe. She's just huge. And then another crossbred. She'd be, I think she's an F3. She might be an F4. No, I think she's F3. And she's large, but again, the bigger frame, she hides it a little bit more. She doesn't look so large. So these two girls here are also purebred. You can see how defined their bellies are. Now, both of them are about halfway bagged up. And then you can see this girl right here. I don't know if I can get any closer to her. She's kind of, doesn't really like people. She's got a bigger frame, so she can hide her belly a little bit more. It's not as defined. So I do have a little unfortunate story for everybody. I do udder evaluations on my ewes after they're done drying off weaning, but sometimes udder issues do happen as they're pregnant and then get to be lambing. So this girl did have the twins, as you've seen by the previous footage, but she is only raising the girl. Her right side of her bag is no good. So I picked the best drinker, which was the boy, and he is now on the milk machine. I was bottle feeding him for the first couple of days, but now he's on the milk machine and he's a happy little lamb. He loves the dogs. He follows Maggie around like crazy. And this little girl is doing great on her mom. I think she kind of likes being an only child. Here's little man. He's by himself for now, but he will have friends join him. I do let him out to play with the dogs pretty much most of the day. But oh, he's stretching there good. That's what you want to see a lamb do, is stretch like that when they stand up, when you know they're feeling good. So here we have the Nanny, and basically how it works, powder goes in the top. Then there's the water hose coming to it, and it has a thermostat in a water reservoir. And then as the lamb comes to drink, as he's coming to, well, maybe not going to come and drink, it will mix and create warm solution within that little container there. And then the lamb sucks it through the hose and comes in. I do have a little bit of a leak issue I got to deal with here. The seam on it is leaking a hair. But I did get this machine used. I got it for a really good deal, so if I have to replace a couple seams and, you know, I had to clean it up a little bit, I'm okay with that. As he gets older and there gets to be more lambs on this machine, it will stay warm on its own. When I had 9 lambs on it, I think, earlier. Actually, no, it was 11 lambs. They were drinking it faster than it could mix towards the end of getting weaned. Gotta love the little tail wiggles. But it just provides milk all the time to them, so that I don't have to worry about coming out and feeding them every 4 hours. I feed every 2 hours with colostrum and then every 4 hours Otherwise, just to give the lambs the best chance that they can. But as of right now, he's the only one. He will have friends shortly. I hate having them alone, but that's why I let him out to play with the dogs. So he will be happy to get some friends here pretty soon. I think he might have just ate. He's not really super keen on eating, but he's gonna give it a little bit of a go here. They will learn to self-regulate. You do have to watch them so they don't bloat and all of that, but this is how the nanny works. This is just a temporary setup, having it with its little heat light, and last year I had electrical tapes on the cords trying to keep them thawed out. I did have to move it into the barn a couple of the cold spells, just not really knowing how the machine was going to react. I wanted to be on the safe side because they are expensive. So yeah, with all of that, this is a temporary setup. I will be building a little room and having it where it's in the warm all the time, so only the nipples can freeze, and then have the starter pen in the warm area as well. Feels really good to get done tonight. We got these, or I got these 70 bales moved tonight. They didn't have to move from very far, so thankfully it didn't take much time. And we have some alfalfa with a little bit of green feed cover crop in it. There are more alfalfa twine bales in the back, and then a few grass bales in the front. And then I hauled home the straw the other day. Big ground bales of straw for out in the pens for the lambs. So still need to find a few more bales, but as of right now, this feels really good to get done.